All right, this is the most important video you're going to see today because if you're in Chicago, they just passed a bill for funding for transit in the Chicago area. There's a lot of stuff here, so I'm going to unpack it all in this longer video, so feel free to double it up. So what the issue was CTA, Metro, and PACE, all of their COVID funds that supported them for throughout the COVID years and the few years after, that money ran out. And then they realized they had this huge shortfall because those COVID funds were supporting the system because ridership was so much lower across all those years. And all those systems, a chunk of their operating and being able to maintain their systems has to come from fare collection. And there's the argument you want free transit, and for systems as large as we have, you need fare collection unless your taxes fully support it, in which that is a whole nother discussion, and that's what Europe does. That's why their taxes are higher, because a lot of their transit is much more affordable. So going back to that, the funds were running out. We were gonna do huge budget cuts of service, like double the amount of wait time for your buses and trains on every system. Would have been terrible because that would have been so much more traffic for people having to do ride shares, take their own personal vehicles, etc. So it's a lose-lose for everybody, so they needed to get this done. So they passed at 4 a.m. this morning, Friday, happy Halloween, $1.5 billion transit overhaul. And this was huge because CTA, Metro, and PACE are their own little government agencies that do their own individual transits. And there's this larger board, the RTA, Regional Transit Authority, that was basically the piggy bank that they got the money from the taxes that you see on your bill sometimes, and through government allocated money, and they disperse it there. So now they redid this whole infrastructure, and it's going to be called the Northern Illinois Transit Authority, or NITA. So get used to that acronym, NITA. So they're the ones that now they're going to take over what the RTA is, and they're going to dissolve. So this will be a new board, and they'll oversee CTA, Metro, and PACE with unified planning, fare integration, capital coordination. So they're going to be the person you talk to, and it's going to be a 20-member board with 5 appointed by the governor, mayor, Cook County board president, and then for each county, DuPage, Kane, Lake, McHenry, and Will. There'll be a universal fare system, kind of like Ventra already is, but kind of isn't in a way, and I have more insight on that. I could talk another time.